as a creative, I want us to understand and be very clear on the fact that we are indeed healers. What we do is healing work because we're shifting energies, we're shifting vibrations, we are using alchemy to create things, right? So, and a lot of people don't realize that alchemy is also healing, but that's neither here nor there. And your cousin too, rolling down the strip on gold, coming up slamming Cadillac doors. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Hey y'all, welcome back to another Creative Divinations where I divine for the creative and you. I am Mecca. We are here to do the earth sign, okay? The earth sign, okay? The earth sign creative divination for July, or what's left of July 2025. I'm just going to count these as the mid-monthly readings for each sign because, baby, again, July acted like she got somewhere to go. She got somewhere to be. And she grown and I'm not going to question her. So, we are going to count this as the mid-monthly. I hope that you guys have been doing well. First off, I have not smelled this scent, the smell that I'm smelling, in so long. This particular scent that I make, if you don't know, is called Bando Gold. It is our money incense, and she's back. Okay, so if you don't know, I closed my incense store down for a little bit, and I decided this summer to do a couple of pop-ups, and the people liked it, the people loved it, so I decided to let it continue to pop up all summer. So if you go to the link downstairs in my description box, you will be able to click the pop-up shop link, go and shop and get you some incense. Okay, they are $2.99 a pack for a pack of 10, and we have the faves back. Okay, so we have Bando, which I was just telling you about. We have Born Senna, which is a cinnamon incense for protection. We have Altar, which is our ancestral reverence incense. Okay, that has a nice little lemongrass and ginger scent to it. And then we have, why do I feel like I'm forgetting one? It's probably because I haven't been to sleep in like 24 hours. And Yak, how could I forget Yak? Oh my God, shame on me. Anyway, if and Yak is a real bourbon, it smells like some good Yak. Okay, it's a bourbon vanilla-y type of situation. So again, if you are interested, make sure you go downstairs in the description box, click the link, and shop you some good old incense. Okay, but we're about to get into this creative divination for my earth signs, but we are going to get the overlying energy. Okay, thank you very much. That was very quick. Okay, earth signs, we got healer. Okay, and let me tell you, hold on, let me take a little sip. Earth signs, we haven't even talked about what's at the bottom of the deck yet. Okay, we're gonna get there. Oh yes, we're definitely gonna get there, but for some of y'all, it's time to step up. It's time to step up. And I know for a lot of people, being a healer out here in these spiritual streets is not a want of yours, and that's fine. That's fine. We all don't have to be out in the forefront online doing the things. But even in your everyday life, you are being asked to step up and to be the healer that you have been called to be, okay? Because message out. Message out, okay? So we're gonna get into this. What number is this? It's 32, 2, 2. Okay. Healer says, you are a healer. Just straight out the bat. You are a healer. Fear not your own ability to be a light worker or a way shower for others. Drawing this card can also symbolize that a healing in its highest form is available to you now. If you have pulled this card in regard to a relationship or a situation, please know that there is a powerful exchange of energy here. Meditate when you are wanting to heal on the physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual plane. The symbol of the healer is the Eye of Horus. The Eye of Horus is an ancient Egyptian symbol of protection, royal power, hence the purple, and good health. Okay, so the reason that I feel like this is so important is because there is no one size fits all to healing. Healing means several different things, like the book was just saying. It can be talking about mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever your zhuzh is, right? But one thing is for certain is the fact that, like, as a creative, I want us to understand and be very clear on the fact that we are indeed healers. What we do is healing work because we're shifting energies, we're shifting vibrations, we are using alchemy to create things, right? So, and a lot of people don't realize that alchemy is also healing, but that's neither here nor there. So we are healers, whether we like to call it that or not, right? Think about, and I use this example in the water sign video. Think about Clips' new album, right? For all y'all who don't know out there, I am a huge Clips fan, okay? So you're probably gonna hear them referenced a lot. But Clips just released the album Let God Sort Them Out like 2-3 days ago. The way that has like touched the hearts of the people who are not only just fans of the Clips, right, but also fans of hip hop, fans of music, fans of lyricism, right? It touched something right there. It's the reason we can't stop talking about it, right? Why? And I said this in the article that I wrote for Curated Vibe about the album, which I will pin down below. I'll just pin the whole Curated Vibe newsletter because there are some amazing, amazing contributors, and I need y'all to check them all out, and not just mine, okay? But in the article that I wrote for Substack, I was saying that, like, it's almost like Malice and Push knew that we needed this. They knew that we needed it. They knew when we needed it. They knew how we needed it, right? That is healing. I can't tell you how many times I put on music. I could have been shuffling this whole time. But I can't tell you how many times I have put on music, whether I was in a funk or whether I wasn't feeling too well or whatever. And music ended up just shifting my everything. You feel me? So what we do is indeed healing work, even if that's not what you call it, right? All right. So it's time for some of y'all to step up, okay? And that's why I tell people all the time, like, it's important to be in tune with what you do, right? Because if you are putting something out, whether you are putting it out for the sake of yourself, solely for yourself, or I can't even say that, because if you're putting it out, even if you're putting it out for you, which is still valid, other people are going to experience it, see it, all the things, right? So we have to be very conscious, and we have to be very intentional about the things that we put out, especially because if you are watching this, I'm going to assume that you are a spiritual woo-woo, especially because of that, right? Bottom of the day, we have trust, message, and focus, okay? And it's so interesting that we got this focus card, because when I think of where we as creatives are, a lot of us, especially the ones that I divine for, the ones that interact with me and things and such, I feel like we are in a literal space of, like, we are the arrow, right? And spirit and our dead folks and our guides are the bow, and we're being pulled back. And when we release, baby, it needs to be intentional, laser focus. It needs to be directed. It needs to be intentional. It needs to be healing. We need that right now. Okay. I said all of this in a different way in the water sign video. So it's making me feel even more so that this is something that is not just earth sign, water sign, air sign, fire sign specific. This is collectively, right? We as creatives are needed. We are needed to inspire. We are needed to heal. We are needed to comfort, right? So make sure that you are being intentional with your messages, right? I tell people all the time, like, when I write, for example, because writing is my modality of healing, it's my conjure, it's my gift. When I write, I don't be here. I be somewhere in the ether. I really do. And the reason that that happens is because of the ritual that I create in. Could you tell I haven't been to sleep? I can. But it makes me think about the ritual that I've created around myself before I do anything. Like, whether it's writing, whether it's divining, anything spiritual or not spiritual sometimes, there's ritual created around it. Why? Because just like I told you guys in my Substack, my personal Substack, when I write, I'm channeling, right? I'm channeling messages. Girl, I'm channeling messages. So I have to be focused. I have to trust my intuition, and I have to trust the messages that I'm getting from dead folk, spirit guides, the angel, whomever wants to come through, right? And so I feel like that's another example of me being intentional about the message that I give, me being intentional about my focus, me trusting that I am going to be the conduit that I need to be in whatever way, shape, or form that is. Whether I'm writing, whether I am divining, whatever it is I'm doing, I want to make sure that I am being responsible on my end and I'm being intentional about the things that I share. So I'm going to say that to you guys. Like, first off, again, going back to what I said about being a healer, it's time for some of y'all to step up. It's time for some of y'all to stop sleeping on yourselves. Okay? Because no pressure or anything, but like this is collective, right? This is bigger than you. Like I said before, whether you're creating for yourself or whether you are creating for the public and society, whatever, you are bringing something into fruition, and it is very important that you realize that. Okay, Spirit, what is the message for my earth signs? Okay, Earth signs, you have professional assistance. And it says it may be time to seek wise counsel. This could be in any area of life, from legal or financial advice to more personal needs, such as counseling and or therapy. So, oh, that was really loud. So it this to me begs the question of who heals the healer. I almost don't want to answer that because I want to see what y'all gonna say in the comments, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Who heals the healer? Your art heals the healer. Your creativity heals the healer. The things that you create, alchemize, and put out into society is what heals us. Even those things that we keep to ourselves, because I have things written that will probably never see the light of day because I wrote them for me. And if I choose to share them with the general public one day, that's different. But I wrote those things specifically and intentionally for me. That heals me, right? Spending time within my craft heals me. Spending time within my community of creatives that I've, cultivated around myself heals me. So when we ask the question, who heals the healer, it's not always a person. Sometimes it's a thing, baby. Okay. Spirit, what are the messages before my earth signs? Also, again, because I try my best to be a very responsible and inclusive diviner and practitioner, this is also me saying if you do need healing of the counseling sort or the therapy sort, please go seek it. There is nothing wrong with it. I have a therapist. I am on medication. Okay, a lot of spiritualists won't tell you that because they're afraid that people are going to look at them differently. Where I don't care. I did what I needed to do for my mental health, and I encourage you to do the same. Okay, okay. So the first cards that we have out, damn Capricorn, why y'all always? The first two cards we have is the Devil, as my nephew would say, and the Three of Wands. I actually kind of do I? Do I? Because I kind of want to pluck this off the bottom of the deck if we want to. We also have the High Priestess and the Ten of Pence here, okay? So, this is giving, I need some of y'all. I need some of y'all. I'm gonna take these two, but I'm gonna take these as like a sidebar. I need some of y'all. I'm talking to myself because I was in these fields, these exact fields, this morning. But it's so crazy because not only was I in these exact fields this morning, I was doing a lot of research because one thing to know about Mech is I am an insomniac. Okay, it's my truth, and I'm gonna have to tell it. I don't be sleeping like that. Like I do, but I don't. Like my sleep is very very restless. So this morning, when it was I don't know 7 o'clock in the morning, and I still hadn't went to sleep, I said let me get up and do some research. Well, actually, I was laying down scrolling. So I started to do some work on some of my placements, and one of the most prominent placements that I have is my eighth house placements. I have a stellium in my eighth house. I have Neptune, Uranus, Mercury, and my Sun in Capricorn in my eighth house. So I was doing a lot of research about that, especially because of the way that I was feeling this morning, which I'll talk about that at another day. If you want to know all about that, so make sure you are subscribed to my More Mech channel. Okay, that's where we get into the what do we want to call it, the personal, right? That's where I pull up my comfy chair and my cup of tea and we talk. But I was going through some fields this morning, so I was researching some eighth house things, and it was these exact fields. It was giving, especially with this two of wands here, it's giving some trepidation about comfortability. Um, with this Ten of Pentacles here, with this High Priestess in the reverse, it's like it's almost like you earth signs, we earth signs, us earth signs, have chained ourselves to one way of being. Kind of like healing has to look one way, like I was talking about at the beginning of the video. Healing does not look one way. Right? For some people, going to church and sitting in the pew and listening to the choir, the praise team, and the pastor every Sunday is healing to them. For other people, it's not. For some people, writing high is healing to them. For some people, it is not. So I want us to get out of this mindset, and I say this all the time, but I want us to get out of this mindset of feeling as though what we do as healers, as conjurers, as creatives, as creative woo woos, like we don't have to do the same things. Everything doesn't have to look the same, right? Or you don't have to have such a boxed in perception of what it is you're supposed to be doing as a healer and what that looks like. And that's for what this devil card and this two of wands is giving me, because especially with the devil card being ruled by Saturn, it's a Capricornian card, right? It's a Saturnian card. And when we think about Saturn, we think about restriction, we think about discipline, structure, and all of those things are good, don't get me wrong, but it's one of those situations where it's almost like too much of a good thing ain't always good either. You feel me? So it's giving, don't be so restrictive, don't be so disciplined, don't be so whatever, to where you can't see that you have the world in your hands, spooky butts. You do, right? There's several ways to get to a bag. There's several ways to create longevity. There are several ways to heal. There are several ways to create generational whatever, right? But the thing about it is like and some of y'all might need to go back and listen to the water sign video, but it's almost like you know this. And you're just like, like bottom of the deck. Exactly. Come on, spirit. Bottom of the deck. I'm taking number two. Bottom of the deck. Oh, this is gonna be longer than 30 minutes. I can already see it. We have a new path. We have stuck in fear. We have depleted, and we have wisdom. Okay, I tell a story. I tell a story with these cards. I'm surgical with it. Okay, the reason that some of y'all may feel so, ooh, I am snitching on myself right now. How awkward. The reason that some of us feel so depleted is because we have been stuck in fear and survival mode for so long to where our creativity has suffered. Let's call a thing a thing. Like, we're not going to sit here and act like we don't live in the time period in society that we live in. Everything is on fire. Everything has garbage juice, like, just drizzled all over it. You feel me? So, we're not going to act like that's not a thing. But, and, I do want to say, because I feel like some people feel like it's like, I don't know, taboo to admit that you're scared. I don't, because we're humans with human emotions, but okay, girl. Um, the fact that you are stuck in fear to me is kind of like a checkpoint, if you will, right? Especially with this depleted card being out here, it's a checkpoint, and you being so depleted because you're so stuck in fear that you, excuse me, you know what you need to be doing, but you're not doing it, and that is because you don't want to get comfortable. You change yourself to what has become comfortable for you. As a creative, comfort doesn't need to exist. I said what I said. As a creative, there is no such thing. There needs to be no such thing as a comfort zone. Why? Because when you get in comfort zones, when you get comfy and cozy, and you got your teas and your blankets and all of the things, right? Think about it. Think about a cold winter. I live in the Northeast, so it's always cold. Think about a cold, blizzardy, wintry day, right? We're having a snow day. The kids are at the house. Y'all having family time. You off work, hubby off work, wifey off work, whoever. The dog is even there, right? And you're laying on the couch enjoying the family time. And in the back of your mind, although you are well aware that you have to get up and cook dinner, or you have to get up and do laundry or whatever, you decide to lay your butt on the couch, and which is fine. Don't get me wrong. We respect rest over here, but you know you have something to do, and instead of doing it, you go, you grab your blanket, you grab your hot tea, you grab your hottie toddy or whatever it is you drinking. Okay, whatever. You grab your blanket, you grab your drink, you grab your animals, your kids, whatever, and you on the couch, just as cozy as can be, right? Now, you know in the back of your mind that you need to get up and do this, but you have just gotten so cozy. You 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 have just gotten so cozy. You're like, you know what? I can't. I'ma just lay here. I'ma just lay here. Why am I going to just lay here? Because I'm depleted. Think about it, especially as an adult, whether you have kids or not in this day and age. Monday through Friday is draining. Okay, and if you work on the weekends, baby, I am so sorry. But Monday through Friday is draining. By the time you get a snow day or a rainy washout hurricane day, whatever it is, wherever you live, apply to such. By the time you get that off day, you don't want to do nothing. You are depleted. You are tired. You are comfortable laying on your couch. The same thing goes here. You feel me? Like, you're being asked to step out of your comfort zone and do something different, but you're so tired from being in survival mode. You're so depleted, and this depletion has led you to be stuck in fear and scarcity mindset and poverty consciousness, right? When I don't understand that because this is here. I don't understand that because this is at the bottom of the deck. Okay? And then, as a banger, I'm gonna put it this way so y'all can see it. Walking away from this, and it's reverse, right? So, like, yes, rest if you may, But don't let your rest turn into this. Don't let your rest turn into stagnancy. Because just like I said at the beginning, it's not just about you. And like, I know that sounds like, damn, well, if I can't create for just me, like, do I have to create for everybody? No, you don't. But whatever it is that you do, let it be healing. We are alchemists, we are mages, we take things and we bend frequencies and we twist them and we change things. We are the change makers here, right? And I know, no pressure, I know that seems daunting, I know that seems like a lot of responsibility, I get it. But you would not have been given your gift if you could not handle the responsibility of it. You wouldn't. And I could, like, as I was saying that, I was thinking about Amy Winehouse for whatever reason. And I was thinking about all the struggles that she went through as an artist and, her untimely passing and all the things. One could look at that and be like, oh, well, I mean, her gift overwhelmed her. Look what it did to her. She couldn't handle the pressure. But look at the impact that she's made, even in her death. That doesn't invalidate what happened. That doesn't invalidate her passing. But what it does is validate her and what she came here to do. And that was to bring people together, to entertain, to heal people with the vocal cords. You feel me? Because child, we ain't have another one like her since. Okay? So just think of it in that type of way. Like, you have a new path here with the Fool card. It's time to do something different. It's time to do something different. It's time to balance. It's time to do something different. It is time for you to be sure about what you want to do and how you want to go about it. Like I said a second ago, you literally two of wands have the world in your hands. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to fumble it? Are you going to get too comfortable with it? Are you going to be one of those people who I'm about to scout myself? Are you about to be or going to be one of those people that is like, damn, why is it happening for everybody else? It's not happening for me. Knowing that you have shrunk yourself back. Knowing that you have tried to make yourself little. Okay. I'm just saying. Because you have many options. And many different things and ways that this could go. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see it, Earth signs. Okay, we know how Earth signs are. Let's not act like we don't. It reminds me of that one scene in Selena when, and I quote this scene all the time. That scene in Selena where her and Chris was in the hotel room, and Selena was talking about marriage to Chris, and he was like, he'll come around, he'll change his mind. And she's like, Chris, when my father digs his heels, all of Corpus Christi can come tumbling down around him, and he will not move. That if that's not an earth sign, and this is coming from an earth sign, okay, don't don't piss me off. I'm a no. Let me not say that out loud because somebody is steal my idea. Anyway, let's see if there's any more things, any more scalpings that Spirit wants us to know. And then we'll get into some oracles. Also, and I meant to mention this in the um, water sign video, but if you guys want extended readings, let me know, because and this ain't no shade to nobody or nothing like that. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all, right? There were so many people that were asking for um, extended readings. What was that? May, March, April? Hell, it might have been April. Whatever month it was, I did them. I did the extended readings, posted them in the link in my bio, and nobody even looked at them. So, like, I don't want to waste my time doing them if you guys don't want them. So let me know in the comments, because me personally, even though I'm a yapper, okay, I also understand that there are people, a majority of people, who have the attention span of a flea, and that's fine. Some people can't watch long form content. There's some people that don't want to watch 30 minutes of a reading, and then there are those of you. who were like, I wish the readings were longer. So let me know if y'all want them before I expend my energy doing them. Um, yeah, just let me know. Any more messages, Spirit? Because, like, this is one of those things where I would love to dig deeper in school, but, like, if y'all don't want it, you feel me? Like, but depending on what y'all say in the comments, y'all may or may, girl, words, find them. Y'all may or may not get it extended this month. So let me know, okay? If it's too late by the time you guys respond or what have you, I will keep that in mind for August, okay? Spirit, if there are any more messages, because I try to keep these at 30. Just like I said, the water sign went a little bit over. I'm okay with that, but y'all ain't about to get an hour of me for free. Not yet. Okay? Spirit, what is the message? I don't need all that. Appreciate you. Give me one more. What is the message for my earth signs? My Cappies, I was about to say Libras. Some of y'all might need to go watch the air sign video when it's up. My Cappies, my Tauruses, and my Virgos. What is the message, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, what do we have here? I can't make this shit knit up. I can't. Even if I tried, child. The cards that we have are, I was gonna say ew. Okay. The cards that we have are the five, I'm sorry. Yes, the 5 of Cups. I need to go to sleep. The 5 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, not us going backwards. And we have the Empress, okay? Look at here. Look at here, hook a whore. Okay. Earth signs, we're not doing this. That's I don't know what we're doing, but that's not it. Why? Because again, like I said, with this 2 of Wands beside the 10 of Pentacles, you literally have the world at your hands. You literally have the world and your intuition, even though you act like you don't, okay, because she's reversed, but we're going to put her upright. You have your wisdom, okay? Did we not get the wisdom card out here? Yes, we did. You have the wisdom. You know, even if you feel like you don't, one baby step at a time. But what we're not going to do is act like we don't still have 2 cups. Huh? And what we're not going to do, ooh, I'm scalping me. What we're not going to do is act like those 2 cups aren't good enough. And that we can't use them to create and to birth the things that we want to create and birth. We're not going to do that. We are magicians. We are mages. We are hoodoos. We are woo-woos. We can do it hands down, point blank, period. Direct your focus. Direct your energy. Trust your intuition. And you never know. Huh? Depending on where you land. Depending on how much you trust yourself. Personally, I don't believe in luck. I believe in divine timing. But call it what you want to. Depending on where you let this bow pull you back and shoot you forward too. And I know flying through the air, I know it's scary. I know it's scary, but baby, I'm like a cat, okay? I'm like a cat. I'm always gonna land on my feet. So regardless of whether I misfire, whether I misdirect, whether I miss the target, get back up and do it again. Oh, that was really loud. I was about to say you come too far, and then this song that I used to hear literally every Sunday in church. Come too far by faith, leaning on the Lord. Like, you come too far by faith. You still here. I'm assuming, unless you're watching this from the ether, which you're creepy, but I'm assuming if you're watching this video that you're still among us. You're still in the land of the living. You're still drawing breath. So, okay, let's get a let's get it some oracles, some cute little oracles. Okay. Come too far, my face. I might need to find that song to plug that down below in the downstairs area. That was for somebody. I mean, I know my people churchy, but that was for somebody. Spirit, what do we need to surrender as earth signs, as creatives, as woo-woo hoodoo spiritualists for the duration of the month of July? Please be clear. Leaning on the Lord, trusting in His holy word. He never failed me yet. That is for somebody. That somebody was probably me too. But that is for somebody outside of myself. Okay. I can't. Did we not have the double card? Did we not have the double card? Did we not have the double card? Surrender your ego. It says cultivate. I can't make this, bro. Where that card at? Gratitude was at the bottom of the deck. Cultivate gratitude. Be of service to others and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. That is a big thing or a big issue that I see, especially online, mainly online, because all I'm gonna say is where I'm at, the city that I'm at, I don't have like physical community in this city. So a lot of my community is online. Like I have, Philly and Be-More, like, yeah, but like Philly is like an hour away by train. Be-More is like, anyway, that defeats the point. Anyway, one thing that I have noticed as it pertains to especially creative spaces, not just, I mean, yeah, spiritual ones too, but people forget to, I don't even want to use the word be humble because I really don't like that, because like I feel like when people like say be humble for whatever reason, that checks or that sounds to me like you trying to sun me, and I don't like that. Like you trying to kick me down a couple of pegs. No. So I'm hard pressed to use the word humble, but what I will say is like don't get so full of yourself and so big headed that you forget that there's community, that you forget that it is easier to catch flies with honey than it is vinegar. Right? So I don't care how uberly creative you are, do not forget where you came from. Don't forget that you too had a journey to get to where it is that you are, especially if you're one of those type of people who, and this part I see a lot more in spiritual communities, when you started from very meek beginnings and you have grown your platform and you've grown your audience and you've grown your followers and all the things, and now you hot shot, you big time. You ain't got time for the little people. We get these followings and we get these, like, you get that dose of adrenaline or whatever, and it's like you forgot what you're here to do. You're here to heal. You're not here to be the biggest baddest hoodoo. You're not here to be the biggest baddest mage. You're not here to see who can throw the hardest. Like, you're not here for none of that. You are here to help heal people, and you cannot do that moving in ego. And that's not to say that ego is always a bad thing, but check your ego is the point. Right? And then while you're checking that ego, make sure that you stand in gratitude, not just towards your spirits, Absolutely, yes. But for the people who have also carried you and assisted you and supported you, amen. Because I tell y'all all the time, I don't care. I will never get on any of these social media platforms and be like, I'm self made. I did this all by myself. Because no, I didn't. No, I didn't. If it wasn't for my community, if it wasn't for the people who rock with me, like y'all, when I tell y'all I have people who have been rocking with me for 10 plus years. Okay. So never could I ever get on here and be like, I'm self made. No, I'm not. And no, you're not either. So, while you laying offerings and writing petitions and being grateful for the things that your dad, for the things that your spirits do for you, which is great. You should definitely do that. Make sure you throw in a couple of prayers for the people who have helped you along, for the people who have guided you, for the people who have supported you, for the people who have spoke your name in rooms that you weren't in and you don't even know. Okay. Let's get a ooh, that got real preachy real quick. Let's get a let's get a remedy affirmation. Spirit, what is the affirmation for July for my earth signs? Please be clear. What is the affirmation for my earth signs? What do we need to affirm for the month of July? We ain't affirming all that. Lord Jesus, God knows. That bando smells so good. Oh my god. First off, I haven't smelled bando in months. God, it's probably been almost a year since I smelled bando for real. Like, she smells so good. Oh my god, she smells so good. She smells so good. Okay, so make sure if you are an incense connoisseur, okay, and make sure you go downstairs in the description and you get you a pack of incense. They $2.99. They $2.99 for some exclusive scents that you're not going to get anywhere else. Okay, babe, this is in Brambleberry. All right. We have move your body. Ooh, move your body, girl. Make the fellas go. Okay. Emotions and experiences get stuck in our bodies. We may find ourselves irritable or angry at everything around us. Ooh, not you clocking my tea. Our bodies are capable of trapping energy in our muscles and our joints as a way of coping. We may not show our frustration on the outside, but we store it in the nooks of our vessel. A common example of this is pain in your shoulders and neck due to stress. I mean, do y'all have to call me out that loudly though? Like, I feel like y'all are being a wee bit petty. I'm just saying. Whether it be running, skating, dancing, or otherwise, move your body to release trapped emotions and negativity. Okay? The affirmation is my body is designed to sway, rock, shake, and stretch. And I actually love that because I know C, who is one of my favorite astrologers, fashion astrologer to be exact, and who is also a contributor to Curated Vibe, the Curated South newsletter. I know she was saying something about us needing to move our bodies more in this season. Who else? It was somebody else that said that. Who was it? JoJo. JoJo, who is another mutual of mine, said the same thing. Like, move your body in the sky. Okay, so make sure if you do like this weekend, well, I mean the weekend over this week, excuse me. I'm gonna start, going hard in the gym. I was supposed to start last week, but child, last week was emotionally very gross. Which honestly, that was probably the best time to do it. But anyway, um, I have the spoons to start this week, so I'm about to start getting into the gym. Like I can see the gym from my bedroom window. And that's just the fitness center in my townhouse complex. There's another gym, Anytime Fitness, that's like 2 seconds down the street. You feel me? So there's really no excuse. And I live in a very walkable community as well. So there's no excuse for me not to be moving my body other than the fact that I've been lazy. Let's call it a thing. Don't be like Mecca, okay? Mecca did that. So hopefully you ain't gotta go through that. Get up and move your ass, okay? I hope you guys have an amazing rest of July, okay? I hope that you guys get up, move your bodies. I hope that you amplify your voice and come into the understanding and the recognition of how important your voice is, how important your gift is, how important it is that you do what you are being called to do, because you never know who's going to heal. With that being said, okay, if you would like to book with me, if you would like a little divination that is more catered to you, make sure that you click down stairs in the underneath the bar in the description bar, book you a reading with me. I would love to sit with you. But until then, be great, get bread, stay all the way live, and with everything be intentional. Have the rest of July that you conjure. Peace.